The other thing that was interesting, and I'm sure you had the same takeaway, listening to Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam to describe how they arrived there was, I mean, it was interesting.
Yeah, I will give I'll give both those guys some credit because I thought they took some unfair criticism for the process. And there was a story from Tom Pelissero about them doing essays and things, and Andrew Berry tried to describe how that process works, and he basically said it's like, yeah, we throw some questions at them that we want them to give us more thorough answers on, where it's like, what would you do to develop a young quarterback like Shedeur Sanders? Like, what's your plan for that? What's your plan to develop? He said there was a young defensive player in there. He said, what's your plan to help a young coach, like a young position coach that's on staff? And I can understand why those things are valuable. People took that story and ran with it and acted like it was them assigning homework like you get in high school and saying, all right, give us your 500-word essay, double spaced, all this. That's not the sense that I got of what it was. I think they were trying to just be thorough in their own way. So I appreciated the context added there. But yeah, certainly interesting to hear them talk about how they kind of went through the process, how they arrived at Todd Monken being the guy. And we know there was some stuff behind the scenes just about like how maybe different candidates hit it off with different people that are part of the decision making team, and how they ultimately kind of came down to and settled on Todd Monken. I'll say this, like, no matter what else was out there, or no matter what else went on, it does feel like, some people might feel like they sort of settled on Todd Monken. I think is a feeling that's out there from some fans, but I also do feel like in a day and age where offense is oftentimes king in the NFL, and with how far behind that Browns offense is, it does feel like they got somebody who can really take that ball of clay that is the offense and give it a direction. And so, I think this is a good outcome overall for them to sort of land on, despite the fact that it might not be like the sexy name that some people thought it might be.
Yeah, and I guess the way I would describe that, I think they got the guy they needed. I don't know if they got the guy they wanted, but I think they got the guy who most accurately and completely fits what they need